Awesome. Looks beautiful. You've been hugged. Would you like to tell a story?
So I can tell a story about a childhood tree. I can tell a story about another more adult tree that fell.
Well, both.
Okay, my childhood tree was, I probably was, I don't know, 8, 10 years old. And there was this little tree that my friend and I played house under. It was ours. We had the ground. We would sweep around there, and we would go back. I lived in Queens, so it was not that many trees, and so we'd go back all the time. It was like our spot. And then, I don't know, it was probably like 10 or 20 years ago, I went back to visit it.
Yeah.
And it was huge.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That is.
So, but it was a really important tree when I was a kid, and so the tree that fell is I have a second home up along the Upper Delaware River on the New York-Pennsylvania border, and climate change has come through in a really big way. So just about every tree and every bush on my property has fungal infections of various kinds, or they have invasive species. Like beetle problems. So I have this very old apple tree that it's very tall. Apple trees don't grow very high, but this one it's sort of apple country where there are a lot of apple orchards. And so this tree was from an old apple orchard. It's very tall, and the whole tree didn't fall, but the big limb fell, which was very, very sad to me. A few months ago, actually. But then I have another tree, so I have just behind my house, the wind blows towards the house, and in that area is where there's woods, and there's a lot of trees there, and they're all infected. So they're all ill, and a big wind came. I was in my house, and I see this incredibly gorgeous spark color, and I go like, that doesn't look like lightning. It's clearly electrical colors like lightning, but this is
like snapping.
Really gorgeous. And so the next day I went out, and the tree had fallen onto the electrical wire, and just missed my house.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, really. And so
that would have smashed it.
So it's kind of been a nightmare as to what I'm going to do with all these trees. I don't want to cut them down for many reasons. So, but that's climate change, which is what you're possibly about.
That's right.
It's really. Here in New York City, we're not that aware of it. My place is 2 hours from here. It's not far. Every tree, every bush, drive around, they're all ill. It's very, very sad.
It's shockingly sad to see what's happening.
And then there are all these other, not trees necessarily, but other plants, these invasive species plants that are taking over. It's very sad.
It's a lot. And you know, the trees that, like this one that I photographed, the roots, I mean, so many trees fell. And they fell all the way across the streets. And the roots of the trees were taller than us. Fell right out of the ground. Well, thank you for that story, or stories.